Like, stop the distraction, like text messages and all the different social media shut that shit off. Like, it drives me crazy. Now, I have them in my notifications, and we'll talk about that, where I pull down on my phone and I'm looking at everything, but my ass better be on the bike or it better be on the elliptical. Don't run and do it. But I'm working out. I'm doing something for me while I'm looking at all that, because it's just distracting. And you cannot get anything done. And that's why people are wrecking and they're divorcing. And it's just like everything's a wreck because of all these distractions. A lot of times, like, I'll ask clients about FaceTiming and Skyping instead of driving. Or I'll tell vendors, like, let's FaceTime you in. Like, if it takes you an hour to get to my office and 2 hours to get home because of traffic, depending on the time, like, I don't want you sitting in the car for 3 hours for a 30-minute meeting. Like, we just do it over the phone. And then also, like, I love AirDrop, which we'll talk about that later. If you have Apple products on your phone, your iPad, your computer, everybody has AirDrop, where, here, I'll just show you guys real quick. You can do Command N for a new window, and you see right here, AirDrop is right here. So basically it detects anything around you, and so right now it shows Kyle and Reman and Mary. So all these people have allowed me to be discovered by everyone. This little thing is important. And so you can choose no one, your contacts. And so when we're sitting in the same office, like if I wanted to share anything with you all right now, I would just take 3 fingers. Like, here's a picture, 3 fingers. By the way, if you have this computer, this little indentation right here, that's for your thumb. Glue your thumb there. And then I'm going to teach you guys a lot of shortcuts today. So 3 fingers, which we have to fix your trackpad. I could take 3 fingers and, like, drop a picture to Kyle. And then it's going to pop up on your phone or your iPad. You can accept it, save it. So it just saves time, like through email, and all that stuff. So there's all these little shortcuts. So,
my God.
Right?
I have not been living.
Right?
Oh.
Okay, are you getting excited? We're just in the beginning.
So
Apple TV. How many of you have Apple TV? Nobody! Okay, 1, 2, okay, 3. Okay, but are you using Apple TV, right? So it's the little $99 box, and we have Apple TVs, and I have a lot of screens and a lot of TVs, like where I live, in my office. Like, people are like, wow, you really like TV? I'm like, no, I use them as monitors and editing and things like that. I just need shit blown up, and I need people to see visually, because people buy with their eyes, right? So I think it's really important to be able to make sure that your shit is talking to each other. So, like, in the office, my computer will talk to my big TV, and it all goes through Apple TV. Now, yes, you can stream Hulu and Netflix and all that stuff too, but, like, I don't really care about that. But people are like, oh, well, that's like an extra fee. I'm like, you effing pay for cable, probably $120 every month for internet cable, and who uses a home phone these days? And you won't spend a $99 for a little bitty black box that you have forever? Like, come on, people. But when you're selling, like, Kyle's opening a salon, and you don't know this yet, but eventually, like, big TVs up where it's just scrolling pictures of, like, before and after, and just scrolling, like, inspirational things, and that'll all be connected through all the Apple stuff, right? It's like you want people to feel good when, what's your slogan? Beauty starts with B. So it's B. Rose is a salon after his grandmother, right? And everyone, like, loved his grandmother and wanted to, like, be around her. So we all have a story. So it's like, you tell your story. Like, have a picture of your grandma rotating and have little words and let people know your stories sell. I'm a great storyteller. I can tell stories. And then at the end of the day, it's like, that's why brides hire me. Because I can talk your ear off about stories. I can relate. I can tell you all kinds of crazy shit. Now, it wasn't like that when I first started, because I was still learning. So in the beginning, it's okay to say yes, not to everything, but I said yes to everything. And that really built my foundation, and then 6 years I looked up and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this again, and oh, I shouldn't do this again. So you kind of have to learn as you go. I'm trying to expedite that process for you guys today because I wish someone would have done it for me. Actually, I don't, because then I wouldn't be teaching probably. So, who uses the Do Not Disturb feature? Okay, if you don't use the Do Not Disturb feature, take your phone out and go to your settings and look for that Do Not Disturb. And you can turn it on, like I'll turn mine on from like midnight to like 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. And I also have it set that if my favorites in my contacts, which there's only about 8 people in there, like my family, if they call or text, like I'll get that, it'll wake me up. But something that I learned the hard way, and my business coach right now completely disagrees with this, but like he's really not human. You gotta sleep, guys. You've gotta take care of yourself first, or you're not gonna be able to take care of anybody. I used to work 21, 22-hour days. I never slept. My hair was falling out. My skin was dry. I broke my foot. I gained 60 pounds. People are like, are you pregnant? You're not married and you're a wedding planner? Like, I'm like, no, I'm not effing pregnant. I broke my damn foot. And I can't have surgery for like 8 months because I don't have 6 weeks where I can just take off, right? What the hell's that mean? Like, and I'm not going to be on a scooter like an old woman out in public. Like, I just can't because I like to get up and do shit myself. But you got to take care of yourself, so that Do Not Disturb feature is really, 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 really
What about repeated calls? So if that
valuable.
one person's trying to get you
that through. But again, because I potty train people rarely call me. The people that are calling me, they don't know me, or it's spam. They'll text me or they'll send a Marco Polo. Adam, did you get the Marco Polo invite?
Yeah.
Okay, we have to play with that later today. Okay.